When it comes to David Simon, his works regarding Baltimore are nothing short of remarkable. Among his most notable works are the 1991 True Crime Book Homicide, A Year on the Killing Streets, which details a year's worth of experiences from various detectives in the homicide unit of the Baltimore Police Department, as well as HBO's The Wire, which he co-created with Ed Burns, a show often claimed as the best ever due to its depiction of the various institutions of Baltimore, such as the police department, the seaport system, the government, the education system, and the media. With that in mind, it would come as no surprise that the show is full of references to the book in the form of characters, names, dialogue, etc. Here are 14 homicide references that can be found in The Wire. Number 1. Sergeant J. Landsman is based off the man with the exact same name and rank in the department. The real-life J. Landsman would go on to portray Dennis Mello in seasons 3, 4 and 5. Funnily enough, the real-life Landsman actually auditioned to play himself, however he was thought to be unfit for the role and actor Delaney Williams got the part. Number 2. In the pilot episode, Judge Phelan asks Jimmy McNulty if the D'Angelo Barksdale murder trial was his case. McNulty responds saying, "No, it was Barlow," with an assist from McClarney. This is a reference to Terence McClarney, who was a sergeant in the homicide unit. Additionally, the character of Frank Barlow is a nod to another homicide detective who shares the same surname. Number 3. Also in the pilot episode, Nolan's squad is referenced by the likes of Jimmy McNulty and Jay Landsman. This is a reference to Roger Nolan, who was a sergeant in the homicide unit, and like the other sergeants, had his own squad. Number 4. Throughout the show, the terms dunkers and whodunits are used when it comes to murder cases. Dunkers are easy to solve cases, whereas whodunits are more complex and difficult cases. These terms are used both in The Wire and a homicide. Number 5. In the show's first season, one of the most prominent characters is the 16-year-old Wallace. His name could have been inspired by the heartbreaking case of 11-year-old LaTonya Kim Wallace, as they both suffered tragic fates at such a young age. Number 6. In Season 4, Leakin Park is shown and mentioned as a place notorious for dead bodies and murders. This is a real-life location known for the former and is referenced in Homicide. Number 7. In the last 3 seasons, Kavanaugh's is a bar frequented by various police in the show. This is based off the real-life bar by the same name and which shut down in the 90s. Like in the show, it was frequented by various police and is referenced in Homicide. Number 8. In Season 3 Episode 9, McNulty goes on a tangent where he laments about the Baltimore Police Department and how most of them are incompetent. He goes on to list detectives who he believes are competent. He lists Donald Warden, Ed Burns, and Gary Childs. Donald Warden was a detective nicknamed the Big Man, who was part of McClarney's squad and known as his best man. Additionally, Ed Burns is the co-creator of the show and who McNulty is based on, while Gary Childs was a police detective also referenced in the book. Number 9. In Season 1 Episode 7, Bunk and McNulty are drinking at a bar and conversating when McNulty tells Bunk the reason why he respects him so much. He says, "Because when it came time for you to fuck me, you were very gentle," referencing how police tend to screw each other over. This exchange is taken verbatim from an exchange between Terence McClarney and Robert McAllister. Number 10. In the last 3 seasons of The Wire, Dennis Cutty Wise is a character who, after leaving prison, leaves the criminal life behind after realising he's no longer built for it. His character's name is based off a contract killer with the exact same name, who was frequently arrested and was accustomed to the process of being interrogated. Number 11. In the opening scene of the show, McNulty is seen talking with a witness about Snotbuggy, the victim of the crime scene in shot. He joined crap games and robbed once the money got big. McNulty then asks the witness, if Snotbuggy always stole the money, why'd you let him play? The witness responds saying, you got to, this America man. This is followed up by McNulty telling Bunk about the event, with them laughing at the statements. This is a nod to the event which happened exactly the same way in real life, with Terence McClarney, and him recalling the event to Robert Brown. Number 12. In the show are detectives Leander Sidner, Vernon Holly and Michael Crutchfield. Their names are based on detectives Marvin Sidner, Vernon Holly and Michael Crutchfield respectively. Number 13. In the show, one of the most iconic characters is Bunk Moreland, known for being McNulty's partner and a brilliant detective, who is natural police. He is based on Oscar Rick Wrecker, who had the nickname Bunk and was known for sporting a suit and tie. Additionally, there is an officer in season 5 named Oscar Wrecker, this also being a nod to the real-life detective. Number 14. Throughout the show, we see various prosecutors, judges, attorneys and jurors. One of these is Gary DePasquale, a grand jury prosecutor who sold information to lawyers and drug dealers to pay off debts. He's portrayed by Gary D'Addario, a shift lieutenant in the homicide unit, who is featured quite prominently in the book. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. What's your favourite work by David Simon? If there's a film or show you'd like to see me cover in a future video, feel free to let me know. I'd greatly appreciate it. Until then, thanks for watching.